guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Sayoko. Today I'm going to be doing an updated workout routine, one that I'm bringing with me to 2025. It has been 2 years now since I uploaded my last workout routine, so I wanted to make sure I was the most shredded version of myself possible. But that's not the case. In 2024, I wanted to experiment. When I started lifting, it was my #1 priority, sometimes my only priority. I feel like I was in the game long enough to where I could afford a little bit of trial and error for the love of science. So what would happen if I went all in, worked out for 75 days straight, and had a near perfect diet? Well, turns out I might have the body I never thought possible. I'm gonna feel the best I ever had, look the best I ever had, with an all-time low body fat percentage. But at what cost? I was warned it wouldn't be sustainable, but I'm so glad that I did it for the lessons that I learned, either in discipline or about my body and what it takes to achieve a certain result. I no longer had to live in fear of what would happen if I reverted. Now I know what it takes for me to get back on track. So after 75 hard, it was time to learn some other lessons. If I take some days off here and there, will it still be possible for me to maintain this physique? What's gonna happen if I start reincorporating some junk food? How's this gonna make my body feel? Will a vacation really ruin my progress? So what happened? No regrets. I thought I was gonna be happier, being able to sleep more, socialize more, overall more flexibility in my life, but I wasn't. Health was my #1 priority, and suddenly it wasn't. I gained 15 pounds of body fat and lost muscle. Now I'm taking the lessons learned from each lifestyle, finding a good balance, making health my #1 priority, but not sacrificing my entire life. This is gonna be my workout routine for getting back on track, rebuilding muscle as well as losing fat. It has now been a couple months since I've been doing this workout routine, and I have dropped a lot of body fat. I haven't scanned, so I don't yet know where my numbers are at, but that is for my next video. Before we get into the workout routine, I'm excited to say that this video is kindly sponsored by BetterHelp. I had my first and only in-person therapy session in 2015 and left crying my eyes out for all of the wrong reasons. I left feeling misunderstood, judged, dismissed. This one bad experience kept me from returning back to therapy until 2021 when I signed up for BetterHelp using my best friend Lauren's podcast code. But now I have my own code. BetterHelp connects you to a therapist that is trained to give you helpful, unbiased advice. The reason why I chose BetterHelp was because not only do they have the option for video call, but also phone call and messaging. I like the phone call option so I can just lay in my bed, be vulnerable, share everything I need to. Now 3 years later, my therapist has still not seen my face. If you're also hesitant, I recommend BetterHelp because you can get assigned to a therapist usually within 48 hours. You also have the option to change therapists if you don't align with them. Because like dating, you gotta click with your therapist. I've taken breaks from therapy, of course, but I found it more recently crucial. I'm now navigating my 30s. It's becoming apparent that where I'm at in my life is different from where my friends are at. My time with them is more and more precious. They're all getting married now. You know who you are. Nothing will ever change that connection, the amount of love I have for them, but I found it more important to protect the peace. Sometimes I just need to vent. So if I can do that with my therapist, not only am I gonna get valuable advice from an outsider's perspective, but now I can present the best version of myself to my friends, which I think brings us closer than ever. So let BetterHelp connect you to a therapist, all from the comfort of your own home. Go to betterhelp.com/Sayoko or use Sayoko at checkout to get 10% off your first month. Now let's work out. First workout is barbell squats. We are warming up with the bar. We're not trying to injure ourselves. Sometimes that warm up is a little bit too light, so I also went ahead and put on some 25s on each side, went extra slow, extra deep in these two. Today we are doing a leg day. I do 2 upper body days, 2 lower body days. One of the lower body days being leg focused, which is today. Like I said, we're starting off with the barbell squats. I like to aim for about 4 sets, 5 to 8 reps each. It's a bit odd of number of sets and reps, which before I used to do 5 sets, 5 reps. I've also done 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps, but now that I'm kind of feeling weaker, I'm trying to do something in between, but as long as I'm pushing my hardest on every single set, that's all that matters. I used to be able to squat 2 plates quite easily, and I've definitely obviously gotten a lot weaker. So if I do want to build back up to that, right now it's more important to focus on the foundation, on my form, just making sure I can do all of these sets very slow and controlled. I did drop the weight a little bit on this one, just so I can go even deeper, even slower. Next up, we have RDLs, Romanian deadlifts. I didn't realize for about 2 years I've been doing this completely wrong. Apparently my legs were too wide. I've now narrowed them to about shoulder distance, really focusing on that stretch down at the bottom, using my muscle connection to really engage the glutes in this workout. This is my more leg focused day, but there is going to be overlap with a lot of the workouts too, which I'm not going to complain. I aim for 3 sets, 12 reps each, and if I can do more than 12 reps, I'll go up in weights. This has been a weight that I've been doing for a while. In fact, I've actually gotten a little bit lighter just so I can focus more on form again. This is when you can be the most prone to injury, so keep it safe, y'all. If y'all don't already know, the famous Jake Thomas, he is quite the cinematographer. Even though we're recording on an iPhone, he really likes to do the most. So here's a lovely angle of my hairy little cankles doing some calf raises. As I've mentioned before, my calves are quite strong. I don't really care about working out my calves, but honestly, I don't pay attention to how heavy I'm going or the reps. I basically just do them until failure. It really doesn't matter for me. I'm not really trying to grow these into giant boulders. The cankle genes are strong in the Asians, so I am blessed. 3 sets, as many reps as possible, usually aiming for about 12. I rotate between a few gyms, so this is not my usual gym for a leg day. So I usually use the leg presses where you put the weights on. This is not my favorite, but we're gonna try our hardest. I used to also go very, very heavy on this, doing about 7 plates each side. I realize now that it's just not necessary. Though I was able to be fully engaged, it was causing a lot of strain on my knees. But I must be modest with my weight. Just do them slower, more engaged, perhaps more reps if needed. I do 3 sets of leg press, aiming for about 12 reps. With less weight, I'm able to have that mind-muscle connection more into my glutes with this. I said it before and I'll say it again, this is the hardest workout in the gym. I don't know what it is. My quads are quite strong too, but this leg extension machine, oh my god. That being said, it's also the most satisfying workout for me in the gym too. With these as well, I have also recently gone a little bit lower in weight, but I now make sure I focus on extending it all the way to the top and holding it there where we have the most tension. As soon as I'm done with a set, it is the worst pain ever, but we persevere. We do 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps each. For the last leg workout of the day, we have hamstring curls. I like these a lot. I feel like my hamstrings are quite decent. I don't have any definition though. You know, they're still covered by a layer of fat, but they are strong. 12 reps, 3 sets each. This is another workout that I used to do wrong for so long. So now I'm trying to be as mindful as possible to just keep my core as stable as possible, not to swing during these workouts, and just really focus on the hamstrings. Recently I've been drop setting, so when I hit my max, even if I hit 12 reps, I drop the weight and just try to crank out as many more as I can until I'm just burnt out. Anytime I see anyone with a stack of abs, they are doing these hanging ab raises. I started doing them not too long ago, and they have been so difficult to progress. I started by just crunching my feet up, and now I've been able to have more straight legs while hanging. So basically I just try to do as many as I can with straight legs, and I start crunching them in, and then as soon as I'm burnt out with those, then I'll lean on the back and start doing leg raises. I do it until I'm burnt out, and then I do 2 more rounds. I work my abs probably every other day that I work out. Finish him. Ending my workout with 30 minutes of stair climber. As soon as I started incorporating some Stairmaster into my workout, my physique has been changing. This is why my workout routine is a focus on muscle building, but also fat loss too. The Stairmaster has been a game changer. I end up so sweaty after my workouts, hair drenched. You feel very accomplished. It is our first official upper body day of the week. With our pull day, we are starting off doing pull-ups. We are doing assisted pull-ups. I hear mixed things about assisted pull-ups, but I personally find them amazing. Being able to go slow and steady, fully extending at the bottom, contracting all the way towards the top and going slowly back down, builds so much strength. Anytime I feel weak in pull-ups or just plateau in general, when I switch to assisted, this is when it's a game changer. I do 3 sets, as many reps as possible. Next, we have chin-ups, which I treat very similarly to my pull-ups. And also once I hit the top, I like going slowly down as well, fully extending at the bottom, doing a full range of motion, working out every tiny little muscle in my back. I think that's what's helped build so much of my definition in the past. Also being able to use my back in a full functioning way feels so good. Same as pull-ups, I do 3 sets of as many reps as possible. Face pulls at the cable machine. This workout definitely makes me feel the most badass out of all of them. There's a bunch of different variations to the face pull. I personally like doing it this way. I feel like it really helps work that upper back. I do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. The pectus excavatum be poppin' today. I didn't know it looked like that when I do these. Lat pull downs, another one of my favorites. I believe this contraption is a wide hammer grip. If it's available, I like to do this variation as well as regular lat pull downs. If it's not, I'll just do regular lat pull downs alone. So this one is not super common, but I would say I probably do this one every other pull day. These to me feel a lot more effective in building my lats versus the regular grip. So for these, I'll do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Next, of course, we have the standard grip lat pull down. Because I just did the hammer one, I am going a little bit lighter in weight, still aiming for 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. My lats have been getting large lately. I think it looks cool, but I'm also a little unsure on how I feel about it. My tops are starting to fit a little bit differently, but it feels so good. I can't stop. Curlies with the girlies. I have gotten a little bit more weak with my curls lately. I used to curl 20, 22, even sometimes 25 if I was feeling crazy. Right now, I'm at 15, and I can hit 12 reps on a good day, if this is my first workout, but I'm already quite tired, so I'm just doing the best I can. So with this, of course, I will do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Next up, we're doing hammer curls, basically the same thing, just a different grip. These I find are a little bit easier, but I still can't really get past 15, so I just try to do as many reps as possible. Same with regular curls, we do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Up next is dumbbell rows. For so long, my posture doing this was so weird, so I think I finally figured it out. I prefer dumbbell rows over barbell rows. I feel like I can just go deeper, activate my muscles a bit more. This is another workout where I've had to drastically reduce my weight, so when doing that, I just try my best to not go super fast. Sometimes it's actually even harder to go slower and more mindful at a lower weight versus knocking a few reps out at a higher weight. So for this, each arm I do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Time to be a trap daddy. We are doing upright rows. reps with a little curved barbell. This is something that I probably started doing about 6 months ago. My traps have grown exponentially, but still not enough. I know what you're thinking. Mia, you are such a dainty girl. You look so good in sundresses. Why are you working out your traps? Have you seen a pair of traps in a sundress? My God. I don't know, I think it just looks cool. I do about 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Cable rows. Ah yes, cable rows. The one thing I have never progressed in. Is it just me? I feel like these are really hard to continuously go up in weight. That being said, I am pulling some baby weight, so maybe I just need to, you know, be better. When filming this video, I am doing a lot lower weights than my usual workouts just because I want to make sure my form is decent for the video. I want to make sure my reps are nice and slow and not sloppy. Anyways, 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps. Again, after every workout, we do a Stairmaster for 30 minutes minimum, and usually it's only 30 minutes because I never want to do more than that. It is our second upper body day of the week. We are doing push. Working out shoulders is my absolute favorite. If I could only work out one thing ever again, it might be shoulders. I don't know why. So we are starting off with Arnold presses. We do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Next up, we have regular overhead dumbbell presses. Perhaps these are similar enough. Maybe not everyone needs to do both, but I'm trying to do as much shoulders as possible. So again, for overhead presses, we are doing 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps as well. Skull crushers. I might have mentioned this before in the past, but I have hyperextension in my elbow, which makes it really difficult for me to activate my triceps in a lot of workouts. I learned that if I fully lock my arms, it completely deactivates my tricep. One thing that I found really important is to not go too heavy with my triceps, so I try to do a lower weight, higher rep situation. That being said, I use the curved 40 barbell. I'll hit more than 12 reps, and then I can actually feel a pump in my triceps for once. Rear delt flies. I stopped doing these for about a whole year just because I didn't really feel like I knew what I was doing. I learned that it's also easier for me to do a lower weight, higher rep for this workout as well. Not quite sure why, but activating the rear delts for me also has been a little bit more challenging. So for this, I do 3 sets, 12 plus reps. I usually end up hitting about 15. Next up, we have lat raises. And we're gonna pretend like you don't notice that I'm just staring out of a giant window when I'm doing this. We're doing it for the visuals. Doesn't it look beautiful? So we are working with some 15s. This is very comfortable weight for me. I think I'm gonna be able to go back up to 20 very soon, but I wanna make sure that I am moving this weight very comfortably, very slowly, and keep that tension. I love some lat raises. This workout makes me feel so powerful. So I do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Now that we've taken a good break from our triceps, we are back at it again at the cables doing tricep pull downs. I finally, after 2 years, figured out how to activate my triceps doing tricep pull downs. A lot about my grip and a lot about the rope that I'm using too. I'm still in the beginning stages of that, so mark my word, my triceps will start coming soon. But on top of that, I also do have a bit more body fat on my arms, which I think hides my triceps. Just girly things. 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps. Lat raises again, this time on the cables. I don't really know if this actually changes the workout, but I think mentally just knowing that I have to hit that top really hard and firm makes me do it better. So even though I already did 3 sets of these with the dumbbells, let's just hit it again. You guessed it, 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps. Booty day! We are starting off by doing a little warm up for our hip thrusts with just a plate. I've always had a hard time activating my glutes. I am severely leg dominant, quad dominant. I've been doing hip thrusts consistently now for a good bit of time, and it wasn't until very recently where I've actually been really feeling the activation. What it took for me was doing these holds at the top. I just can't feel it in my butt if it's too heavy. For our working set, we added a 25. I have seen girls with the juiciest booties doing 4 plates on each side, and it's unbelievable. My absolute idols. One day we will get there. For hip thrusts, because I am lacking in this department, instead of doing 3 sets, I do 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Bulgarian split squats. I felt like torturing myself today apparently. It is just such a burn when you get to the end. I end up collapsing on the floor. I very recently also learned how to activate my glutes with the Bulgarian split squat. For so long, I was activating my thighs. If I'm holding onto a side with one arm, I'm able to balance, put all of the weight into my butt, and just have that tension there the entire time. So for this, each leg, I do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Glute focused back extension. That is why my back is a little bit rounded. I like to go quite heavy and slow with this. I found that I like treating this like a deadlift RDL variation, tapping my weight at the ground and coming back up nice and slow and controlled. This has been a game changer in my glute growth as well. For this, I'm holding about 70 pounds, 3 sets of as many reps as possible. Next up, we have the V squat. We are doing it reverse, giving it a little kiss. It may look like I'm doing a squat, but I treat this as an RDL, making sure there's a hinge at my hips, guiding with my butt as if I'm closing a door with my booty, pushing my butt to get up instead of standing up with my legs. I just want to reiterate that I am an amateur. I don't have any certifications, so me describing my form is just me describing my reasoning for it. So truly, if you guys do have any constructive criticism, I am open to hearing you guys out in the comments down below. And lastly, for our glute day, we have cable kickbacks. This took a long time for me to figure out. Honestly, I wasn't even quite confident filming this. Looking back, I do see where I can improve my form as well. But regardless, it still has had quite an impact on my glute growth. We have my little ankle straps from Amazon. I will link them down below. That being said, I'll link everything down below. Check the description. 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps on each side. And we have the finisher. We're hitting the stair climber. And that was my workout routine. Obviously, that was 4 days versus a 7-day week. I don't pick a specific day for a specific workout. I just keep these on a rotation. That way I never fall off track. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Follow my fitness Instagram. I will link it down below. Thanks for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!